welcome to this tiny little update of Pete and his bus. Guys, just a quick reminder, the competition to win a chance to drive a genuine Routemaster bus with me, Pete and his bus, is very much live and open. So all you need to do to enter is buy one or more bits of merchandise off of my website. Lots of you have entered already, and I thank you very much for your orders. There are a few issues. First of all, the Routemaster Handbook, the 2024 edition by Andrew Morgan, has been extremely popular. So if you've ordered that and there's a little bit of a delay, please bear with us, because the first batch just went straight out the door. I've ordered more and I'm waiting on more to arrive. But you are entered in the competition and your order will definitely get to you, so no panic. I've also been on tour with none other than Yankee Candle in a converted bus, and our first stop was King's Cross Station, central London. Now, the popularity of this brand has been off the scale. I had no idea it was such a big deal. Now, it is a pretty cool bus. It's got a hot chocolate bar downstairs which serves to the outside. It's got a snow machine on the outside. It's got a photo opportunity, media screens, lots of Yankee Candle bits around, and of course you get a goodie bag when you come on board. And so when we went for the second stop, which was Birmingham, I thought the popularity might be different up here, but no, it was even more popular. At one point, people were queuing nearly 2.5 hours to get in the Yankee Candle bus. Very impressive and great for the brand and great for us. But I'll tell you what's been my favorite bit of the tour, and that is all of you guys coming to see me. I absolutely love it. It makes my day. I really appreciate you guys that support me. It's really, really lovely. Now, I will be posting future dates on this tour and another tour that's in the pipeline. So if any of you do want to come out and see me, you will have dates and places where you can. Now, last month, I did a bunch of things that didn't involve buses. How dare I? This is what I've been up to. A little while ago, I ran into a very nice man called Simon in a petrol station, and he was filling up this. When I approached him, he said, "Hey, you're Pete and his bus." We started chatting, and he said, "You should come on an event with me with my lorry." So I did. So it turns out that Simon and his beautiful lorry are actually part of the Historic Commercial Vehicle Society, and they do lots of events a year. Their little group represents London and the South East area, and one of the events they do is called the Sprat Winkle Run. Good name, right? This is the 15th time they're holding this event, and it's from Sevenoaks down to the coast at Hastings. Now, Simon really, really kindly invited me to come and drive his lorry, but I've had a bit of an accident and I've had a really, really bad knee for about 9 weeks. So the thought of driving a vintage lorry with a crash box and lots of double declutching was definitely not on the cards. So I left all the driving up to Simon, but I came along for the ride and I did a bit of filming. Other than looking very beautiful, what is it we're actually driving today? You are looking at a 1972 Atkinson Borderer. She's rated for 30 tons and comes with a 10.45 litre inline-six engine called the 6LX, built by Gardner. This engine is mated to a David Brown 6-speed crash box. This particular lorry was originally commissioned by Sainsbury's, was privately restored in the 90s, and Simon became its very proud owner in 2017. So, let's have a look at what else is doing the Sprat Winkle Run 2024. After a quick breakfast, it's time to hit the road.
Off we go! Oh, very obvious, very obvious.
Simon has warned me of two different things. First of all, the weather is looking terrible. And secondly, without the trailer on the back, the lorry is apparently quite bumpy. I'm sure we can manage these things. Here we go.
Of course. Right, a quick pit stop. The rain is starting, so we'll see how wet we get inside. I think we'll be okay. We've got new wiper blades, but we're about the halfway point, and everything thus far is all going swimmingly. Power steering. Very good.
When you drive a Routemaster bus in the rain, you tend to end up with more water inside the bus than there actually is out in the open. Luckily, with this beautifully restored Atkinson, this isn't going to be a problem. Although Simon has seriously warned me that if we hit a pothole big enough, the front windscreens might fall out. Let's hope that doesn't happen today.
Yeah, he's put me in fourth. He's put me in a different pool.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Nice fruit butter.
It makes me so happy to see all these wonderful vehicles being presented and preserved by their owners. The commercial ones often have a very hard life and don't tend to survive the route to historic status. And yet all these vehicles here, just like my buses, were so crucial in keeping the country going in their day. So to see them celebrated like this is truly wonderful. There were two prizes up for grabs at the event. The light commercial class, which was won by this wonderful little Series 1 Land Rover, and the heavy commercial class, which, believe it or not, was actually won by our very own Simon and his Atkinson Borderer. So a massive thank you goes out to Simon for getting me there and back in style and safely. A big thank you goes out to Diane for putting all of this together. And you'll all be pleased to know I'm now a fully paid up member, and next time I'll bring something commercial of my own. So that was the 15th edition of the Sprat and Winkle run. I'm going to keep using that name. I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of it. If you've got a commercial vehicle and you want to get involved, or if you just want to come down to one of their events and check out the wonderful variety of vehicles that turn up for these events, check out the website. It is totally worth it, guys. Like I mentioned, I'm now a fully paid up member, so the next event I will probably take part in something, but I don't know what yet. Now, speaking of obscure and strange vehicles, 3 years ago we attempted to take a 1904 steam car from London to Brighton. We failed miserably. The year after we tried again, it was hard work and we just sort of limped across the line. And now we're going to have another go. The London to Brighton Veteran Run, here we go.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Straight go.
How confident are you feeling?
Just when everything was going very well, this happened.
Not quite as far as last year.
So it looks like the Westminster Bridge curse has struck again. We are standing still almost in the same spot as last year, but this time it's different. There was no fireballs, which is always good. And secondly, Richard pulled over on purpose. And the reason he did this is that the PSI gauge, the pressure of the boiler, was rapidly going up to 400. Now, when you reach 400, the emergency blow-off valve strikes, all the steam comes out and everything comes to a standstill. But it also causes lots of other complications, so you do not want to reach that point. Now, there is a system on the car called Steam Automatic, which stops the boiler creating pressure up to a certain amount, and that system had got slightly stuck. So he unstuck it, took the customary 2 people off the car, and on we went.
So we are near Purley. Ooh, and the whistle has stopped, which is a good sign. Is that right?
It is, yeah. It's
Good.
already exploded.
Good. All right, nice.
This
The car is not going to explode this time. But progress has been good thus far. Touch wood. There is plenty of it. of tea time, cup of tea time.
Welcome to the most beautiful car park in the world. Last year when we got here, most of the cars had been and gone. But progress has been so good, we actually had time to enjoy a bacon sandwich and a hot beverage. We give the car all the fluids it needs, swap the navigator, and off we go. At this stage in the run, our support vehicle and steam car sort of lose touch with each other. But we all know that on a day like this, no news is good news, and we don't get any. Once everyone is reunited, we're virtually at the finish line, and we can all agree that today we simply took a lovely old car for a leisurely drive down to the seaside without hassle. Perhaps it wasn't as crazy, dramatic and special as last year, but it certainly was a lot less stressful.
Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it?
Oh, and double points go to Richard for completely transforming this car throughout the year in his spare time. He's a clever sausage. Very fun month all round. Now, not much Routemaster content happening here. That's of course because my bus is laid up for the winter, but work has started again on RML 2730, so videos on that coming very soon. Guys, I thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully see you next time on Pete and his bus.
Your video was boring. Ow! Okay, it was really great.